Hey everybody, I wanted to give you a quick overview of what your review looks like and what I'm expecting for you guys before you come in and take your test on Thursday, because I'm not actually going to see you in person. So I just wanted to give you a little bit of info here. So this is your review, and you'll find it in Unit 1, Atom and Nuclear. There it is. It's just attached, so you can answer the questions in your notebook. If you have a printer, you can print it out. You don't have to like write down the questions, so unless like that's something you want to do, you're more than welcome to. But if you just want to go through and like answer number one, answer number two, you don't need to like write the actual question down. So find out there, and I'll come around and check and answer questions for you guys before you actually take the test on Thursday. I guess it's more like a quest. It's not that long. I don't want to overwhelm you. Plus, we have other things we need to do. So you will, yeah, again, have your test on Thursday, and this is your review for it. So, as a quick reminder, you need to have all your learning activities done in order to take this quiz test, quest, I'm going to call it. If you don't have them done, you currently have an incomplete in the gradebook. So just check. If you have an incomplete, that means you're not ready to take the test. When you walk in the door, I'm not going to give it to you, and I'm going to make you work on your other stuff, and then you're going to just be more behind because the next time you walk in, I'm going to make you take the test, blah, blah, blah. So get yourself on board. You have till Thursday to have everything done, like before Thursday, because I'm not going to be checking while you're walking in the door. I have to teach my other classes. So like Wednesday night, everything is done. This review is what you are going to do. This is the final learning activity that you need to have done. By the way, if you're like, what learning activities, remember they're in your unit planner. And they're all right here. You need to have these 5 things done. So there you go. There's your checklist. Here is what I'm expecting from you guys on this quiz test. There's 2 standards that we covered. I know on that unit planner it says 1. They changed the standards on us. Sorry, I did not know that until this week. So we have a standard for the atom and a standard for nuclear. So you're getting 2 grades on this. Okay. This is all under the atom standard, and then there's another page for the nuclear standard. So things you're going to be allowed to use on the test is your periodic table, your research for the level 4 questions, which I'll go over, and a calculator. So you definitely can use a calculator. Your phone does not count as a calculator. Okay, so no phone. I'm going to add that in there. Okay. So here are your questions, all stuff you've seen before. Please like star, highlight, circle, make a note when you have a question so that I can help you when I see you. If you come in with no questions, we're gonna dive right into the quiz test, and you're gonna have, I don't know, be ready. So these are all your questions for standard 1.2, the atom, and then there's a level 4 question. So in order to get that 4, you're going to go out and do your own research before the test. Okay, so you're going to walk in with this information in hand. For standard 1.2, you're going to pick an element, any element on, any element on the periodic table, and you're going to learn about how the element got its name, who and when it was discovered, by common isotopes, and how that's related to its atomic mass, that number on the periodic table at the bottom, the one with the decimal. Determine the number of protons and neutrons for each isotope that it has. So if there are 3 common isotopes, how many protons and neutrons do each of those isotopes actually have? Like this, right? This element had 1, 2, 3 isotopes, and then you could figure out how many protons and neutrons there are. Anyways, does it commonly come as a cation or an anion? Usually elements are one or the other or neither. So determine, or you can just do some research and figure out, like, is it going to become a cation? Is it going to become an anion? And then how many electrons does that mean it gained or lost based on its charge? And what are some everyday uses? And then so let me know the name of the element that you're using, because it's only going to be like 1 element per person. So the quicker you email me and tell me, hey, I'm going to do carbon, then you get that element. So email me if you have an element that you want to use. And then nuclear, there's all of these questions for you to practice with. And then you have your level 4 research questions. So you're going to research the pros and cons of nuclear power plants and take a stance. Are you for or against them? That's what I mean by take a stance. And when you're telling me. So on the test, I don't want you to just be like, hey, I'm for power plants or I'm against power plants. You need to give me a reason why you have chosen that stance, and you need to back it up with scientific evidence, okay? So make sure that it is true scientific evidence and not just like some random information that you heard, because we want to make sure that we are using our science skills and our science evidence that you're going to find out there. So find 3 pieces, or give me like 3 reasons why you've chosen why you're for or why you're against it, and then make sure you have a piece of evidence to back up each reason. Okay, so could be like they're dangerous or they're safe. Those are both reasons. Pick one or the other, because obviously those don't go together. And then give me reasons why. And you can bring all of that to the school and have that ready to go. And if you honestly just have these answers like written out, these questions are copy and pasted straight onto the test. So if you already have your level 4 questions answered, written out on a piece of paper, you don't even need to rewrite them. Just staple them to the back of the test and you are good to go. So make your life easy. If you're looking for that level 4, go for it. And then finally, even if you're like, oh, I'm not a 4 student, you should still do it, because you might get like a 2 on all of this other stuff. And if you answer this question really well, that might bump you up to a 3 or a 2.5, right? So these points are going to be added in. You don't have to get everything right in order to answer these questions properly, or to like benefit from answering these questions. So I think everyone should take the opportunity to answer them, because why not, right? It's only gonna help you. So come to class prepared with these, and I'll remind you guys about this on Wednesday. And then if you want to do this question, make sure you let me know what element you are choosing, because first come, first serve on those. There's 118 and I don't have 118 students, so everybody gets their own element. Cool. That's all I got for you. Please email me or whatnot if you have questions, and I will see you on Zoom on Wednesday.